Hi everybody. This is my Radius ball turner, and first I want to thank Derry NZ. Uh, I pretty much patterned my design after his design, and also Ginsboy 2003. I want to thank him um, on his video of how to make a cannonball mold. And so basically, I'm making a cannonball mold but for a totally different purpose. Um, it's for I needed the 1-inch diameter lead balls for a drop weight system for a submarine, but it's basically the same principle as making a cannonball. And so this is my Radius ball turner. My lathe is a little bit larger, so I was able to put the hold down bolts on the outside here, and then I'm able to make a 5-inch diameter ball with this system, and basically followed the same design. I need to get a little better turner device here. On Derry's design, he had a snap ring that held this part of the um, ball turner in, and I did a similar design, except I think his was maybe pressed in there, I'm not sure, but um, I drilled through with a bolt here, a recessed hex bolt, and then I put a brass bushing with a snap ring as well. So it's kind of modified uh, design of his, I think. And so um, this here goes on my lathe. Um, Here's my lathe. This is a fairly old lathe, but as you can see, it's this is where the ball turner would attach to right here, and right now I'm set up to turn a Morse taper. I decided to do things a little bit differently than Ginsboy. Um, what I decided is to make my mold out of round stock. Okay, here I'm machining the last step of the cannonball mold, and as you can see, it's already been drilled out. This is the top where the lead gets poured in, and this here is a uh, a 3/4 or it might be a 7/8 actually, drilled out 7/8, and then we're going to take the rest of it out with this half round cutting tool. So now to get the datum on this, I use this flat bar to square everything up, and then I square it to the I square it to the chuck like so. Pull this out, tighten that up. Now we're ready to machine the part. I also have this little indicator here because I was going a little bit too deep on my other ones, and so I had to I made a little indicator so when I get right to the half-inch point, this touches the face of the mold. Okay, there we go. Now, as soon as I put my finger on this little indicator, as soon as I start to feel some vibration, that's when I back off, and I know that I've reached my depth. And then we take this out of the chuck. And we're ready for the next one. So anyway, here's my my cannonball mold that I machined out, and rather than doing it on the mill, I decided to do it on the lathe. And what I did was my cutter, I made a Morse taper from the 1040 steel that I got on eBay, and I heat treated it, and that way I decided it might be a little easier, and it would line up better. I wouldn't have to make the pins to hold the molds together, since they're going to be exactly on center. And then I machined those out. I did have a little bit of a issue. With my cannonball, I went a little bit too deep, so it's about 50 thousandths off on this here, and so what I need to do is I'm going to take off 25 thousandths on each side to get this a little more exact. And but it worked out really good. I machined. At first, I had this too thick, and so I machined it down so it's just right at the level of the cannonball. And anyway, I need to make quite a few of these. I'm going to make about 50 of these, so it seemed like it would be a little better turning them on the lathe rather than in the mill. Anyway, that was my approach, and I'm still working on. I still need to do about another 30 of these to have enough molds so I can pour at one time. Anyway, thank you for listening, and if you have any comments, please send me some comments or any advice that you might have. Thank you.